Hey everyone, it's Mark Weiss here. Welcome back to Fraud on Fridays, where we break down the biggest, boldest, and sometimes downright bizarre fraud scheme. Today's story isn't just big, it's record breaking. We're talking about the largest healthcare fraud case ever charged by the US Department of Justice, a staggering 10.6 billion in fraudulent claims. Yeah, billion with a B. Earlier this year, federal prosecutors in the Eastern District of New York unsealed charges against 11 individuals, part of a transnational criminal organization based in Russia and elsewhere, who allegedly built a massive scheme targeting Medicare and private insurers. The Fed's name for the case, Operation Gold Rush. Remember, though, but for, at least to my knowledge, the single defendant who pleaded guilty. The others are simply subject to indictment. They haven't been convicted of anything and must be presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty. Here's how the scheme is said to have worked. 1, they bought their way in. The group purchased dozens of existing DME companies, the kinds that already had the ability to submit claims to Medicare. But instead of buying them outright, they used nominee owners, often foreign nationals, so the real leaders stayed hidden. 2, they stole over 1 million identities. To supercharge billing volume, the organization allegedly stole the personal information of more than 1 million American citizens across all 50 states, including elderly and disabled individuals. 3, then came the money printing. Once they controlled these companies, they rapidly submitted more than 10.6 billion in fraudulent claims for medical equipment that was never needed and often never provided. Medicare itself blocked most of the payments, but not all. They still walked away with about $900 million from private supplemental insurers, plus an additional $41 million from Medicare itself. To launder the money, the organization allegedly used U.S. bank accounts, foreign shell companies, and even cryptocurrency. Funds were routed through banks in China, Singapore, Pakistan, Israel, and Turkey, creating a maze designed to hide the fraud's true origins. They relied heavily on virtual private servers to mask locations and scale their operations internationally. When one company was shut down, they just bought another and kept on going. 4 defendants were arrested in Estonia. Another has pled guilty. As to the defendants located in Russia, the U.S. is pursuing extradition, but I wouldn't bet on it. Healthcare fraud isn't just about money. It puts patients at real risk, siphons resources from vulnerable populations, and drives up costs for everyone. Operation Gold Rush is a reminder of both the scale of these schemes and the global networks behind them. If you want more deep dives into schadenfreude like this, hit the like, drop a comment, and share the episode. I'm Mark Weiss, and this has been Fraud on Fridays. See you next week for another episode.